like to invite you back to episode 2 of Don't Hate Real Estate with Jet Tate. I am your pilot, Terrence Walker.
I'm your co-pilot, Jeremy Juarez.
You what?
You stuttered already, bro.
But nah.
I am your co-pilot, Jeremy Juarez.
Yeah, as y'all can see, bro, this is raw. You know, we're not hiding anything from y'all. We're gonna keep it real, like we always said from the first episode. And today, what we're gonna be focusing on is superior classes. Well, not technically superior, but real pre-licensing class in general, and what it takes to pass that. From my experience, you have to read the material. I'm not gonna lie. People always ask, is it hard? Was the test hard? You know what I'm saying? Is the class hard? Yes, it is. I would be lying if I said it wasn't.
You're not lying. You're not lying.
I would be lying if I said it wasn't. Bro, you have to study. You have to find time to sit down and read. You know, you gotta cut off the world. Literally, there was days I locked myself in a room for about 7 hours, just reading straight material till I got it in.
Yep. Absolutely.
Also, Ashley told us this. Ashley Johnson. Y'all gonna hear a lot about Ashley because she's the one that helped us, that taught us the class. And
I think we mentioned her.
Yeah, we did. That was the first one.
Yep.
Yeah. Ashley actually told us to find study groups.
Yep. You
have to have study groups. In our class, like I said, there was like 45 people in our class. It was about 11 of us in a study group.
Mm-hmm.
Only about 14 or 15 people passed that class. Like I said, 11 of us was in the study group. So that means majority of the people that passed was in the study group. Only like 3 or 4 people outside the study group passed. So that speaks volumes in itself.
Mm-hmm.
What you think, Jay?
Absolutely. Everything he's saying is on point, especially myself being a repeat. I did the study groups first time around, but not as much as we did that second time around. I think that second time around we was actually studying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Like the first time around, we were studying, but just to be very transparent, we were studying at, bars or hookah lounges, distracted. So the second time around, we started studying at homes, or we'll do it right after class, or even the library. We went to like 3-4 different libraries and studied. It's free. But yeah, that's the main thing we want to touch on first is when you sign up for this class, no matter which way you go, we went through Superior. That's where we met at. Just understand the study habits. It's going to be more studying than eating some days. It's going to be more studying than talking to friends and family. And Ashley told us. She tells you, text your friends, your best friends, like, hey, I gotta cut you off.
I gotta cut you off for these next 6-7 weeks, however long it take, so.
Because your classmates now become your best friends.
Exactly.
So I agree. You're texting them every day, you're picking their brain every day, they're hitting you up every day.
Every day.
And then you form that relationship, that bond. It's like, okay, I can trust this person. And yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Do you want to kind of go to so we're on the topic of Superior.
Right.
Do we want to kind of, I think episode 1 we talked about signing up, how we thought it was a scam. Obviously there is a fee when you sign up.
Yeah.
Do you know that fee? How much it was?
I believe, they had discount codes. So wherever school you guys are going to, just make sure you can contact the school, or you can just look on their website. Most of the time they have discount codes.
Yeah.
I think our class was like in the 500 range, but with the discount that they was offering around that time, it was like maybe 295, 300, something like that. So
around that area, and then if you don't have it at that time, they give you a finance option.
Right.
And so that's the cool thing about Superior. I can't speak for all the schools, but they work with you. You can finance the class for 3, 6, 12 months, or if you want to pay it outright, you can. And then as a repeat, as I am or was, that second time around, I think they give you 50% off.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah, it's 50% off if you have to take the class again. At Superior, like you said, I don't know about other schools and things like that. Another thing too is, bro, study. I'm gonna keep saying that, bro, because you don't understand how many people ask me, yo, was it hard? How did you pass? What did you do? Bro, I studied.
This guy was the first in class. Every class.
Every day, yep.
And you was it wasn't no 5 minutes, 10 minutes early.
I was there an hour early. I got class started at 9. I showed up at 8 o'clock every day just to read the material. before class started. So while we were going along the chapter in class, and I read the night before, but while you're going along the chapters in class, you are able to understand what's going on. You
Yes.
can ask questions.
Yes.
You can answer questions. Things like that. So you have to study.
With him being there an hour early, or even if you're not that person and you're at home after class, read ahead the chapters. So that way when you read ahead, when you come to that next class, you're like, okay, I got this in the back of my head already. I done already read over this.
Exactly.
I looked over this. I wanted to say something. What was it, man? Dang, it was about, front row.
Yeah, definitely.
Better grab it.
Get the front row. I will say that everyone that sat in the front row along with me, because I sat in the front row, we all passed.
Passed.
Everybody passed.
Yep.
So
That's
if you
the
can,
truth.
if you can get in the front row, please try to sit in the front row.
Now that I look back at it, like, very honest, I think only one person that sat in the back passed. And that
Exactly.
was Bootman.
Bootman, yeah. But you see,
He moved up
even
front.
moved to the front.
He moved to the front.
Look, he was sitting in the back, and then maybe the third or fourth week of class, he moved to the front. So
Yep.
like I say, that sitting in the front does a lot. I mean, if you could, like I say, if you could sit in the back and stay on top of it, then do what's best for you. But for me, sitting in the front helped a lot.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Another thing too, I get a lot is the math. I heard the math is hard. I heard the math is this. I heard the math is that. Yes, it is. But
Woo.
like anything else, once you do something that's hard, a repetitive or a number amount of times, it becomes easy.
Yes.
So you have to just stay on it and do it. I did the math. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't want to touch the math. We went over in class. Okay, cool. We only get 8 questions, up to 8 questions on the test.
Yep.
I'm not worried about it.
Out of 120 questions.
Out of
you get
100.
8.
So let me break this down. So you got 120 questions. You can miss up to 29. 8 of the questions are math. So that means outside of math questions, you can miss up to 21 questions. Not gonna lie. The first time I took that test, I failed by 2 questions.
Mm.
And that's because I didn't do none of the math.
Mm.
I literally, when math came, when I saw math questions, I just hit C on all my math questions. The last time that I took that test, before then, I sat down and actually studied the math. And to be honest, the math is really not that hard.
It's not. It's not.
It's really not that hard.
It's
After
not.
you sit down, look at it, and have somebody, first of all, find somebody that knows what they're talking about with the math.
Find you an Albert Einstein
Find
in
you,
class.
find you somebody that knows the math and they get it, and sit down with them and have them help you understand it.
Yes.
Once I figured out the math and understood everything, I was good. The next time I took that test, I got an 85.
Boom.
An 85. I went from a 73.2 to an 85%. And that was all because I sat down, went over the math and studied it.
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say, yes, the math is hard, but you can do it. Just gotta study, stay on top of it.
That was me. I swear, that was me, man. I skipped over every math question. And like you said, some of that math, like, it's just rounding up.
Yeah.
Like, it's some, oh my gosh. Like, looking back at it, I'm kind of frustrated because I really should have passed the first time around. But
Well, you failed with a what? 74 point.
74.2.
So that's one question.
One
you need
question.
a 75% to pass.
One question.
One
and
question.
I did exactly what he did. I skipped over all the math. If I would have tried on one of them, I knew I would have gotten it right.
Yeah.
I would have passed. But yeah, don't let the math kill you. Don't let it stress you out. Especially if you go to Superior and through Ashley, she gives you these little ways to break. It's just a circle,
It's
right?
a circle, yeah.
She gives you a
Circle
way
of
to
life.
break it down.
Call it the circle of life.
I wrote that circle on every question.
Yeah.
Math question.
Definitely. You can use that circle for every math question.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys out there want to know what that circle is, reach out to us. And
Yeah.
we have no problem sending it to you guys.
Absolutely. I want to dive into the scary chapters in Superior.
What we talking about? 7, 10, and 11?
Honestly, believe it or not, I don't know if it was our class or my first class, because chapter 2 was long.
Yeah, chapter 2 is long.
Some people dropped out chapter 2 because of how long it was.
Wow.
But certain chapters are longer than others. Like some chapters you may get through in one day, depending on who's your teacher or if you're online, however you do it.
Right.
Some chapters will drag a couple of days and it's full of material. But I'll let you speak on that.
Nah, that's like you were saying, some of those chapters are very long. Those are the chapters that you have to, after class, go home, lock yourself in a room, and read, study.
Absolutely.
Because 9 times out of 10, most of the questions are coming from those chapters.
Absolutely.
What she say from 7 to
11?
7 to 11 is what, 60%? I think she said 60% of the test.
Yes.
So
yes,
study those chapters are very critical. They are very long, but you have to sit down and read those chapters.
Yes.
Those get into
agency
relationships. Some of the laws.
Yep. Some math.
It gets into the math. Commission splits.
It's like fair housing in there too.
Fair housing is in there.
Yeah.
So those are very critical chapters that you guys have to sit down and read.
Absolutely.
And I know it sounds like gibberish from coming from us right now, but for those that are looking to get into the real estate courses and real estate classes, you will see exactly what we're talking about.
Absolutely. I kind of want to touch back on the study groups a little bit.
Okay.
Just real quick. It's a must, you guys. I don't want to sit here and say do it on your own, because it was this one guy in my first class. I forgot his name. He's actually doing real good right now. So in business.
Okay.
He even said it himself. He said his first time around, he said, I can do it on my own. I got this. I'm good at studying. I'm holding myself accountable. Came back in the second class and was like, man, you guys in these study groups, this was helping me. Yeah. He said if I would have known this my first time around, he would have done it.
Was that the guy that came and sat in our class during
yeah.
Okay,
I think his name was Steven.
He came in our class during our last 2 days of studying. Because the last 2 days of class actually gave it to us for just to study and ask questions on anything we didn't understand.
I will never forget, man. I remember we did introductions first day of class.
Oh shit.
And I stood up and I dragged mine because it was like 4 repeats in there or 5, and I was one of the only ones that mentioned that, because some are scared to mention it based off embarrassment. But I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what to prepare for, because I took this already. I stood up. I told everyone, like, look, we gotta form study groups. We gotta get together.
He did.
We gotta do this. We gotta win together.
And in the midst of him forming a study group, because Jay sat right here, I sat right here. So I hear them talking about the study group. In my head, I'm like, dang, I need to get in there. I need to get in that study group. I'm still just looking and going over questions. And Jay tapped me, was like, hey, we're gonna get you in there too, big bro. I said, because I was thinking, so like you said, from that point on, me and Jay was been locked in.
That was it. And it led to me and him would even study in breaks. You'll get 10-minute breaks in class.
And we questioned pop quizzes.
Yes.
Hey, bro, what's LL Beans?
Yep.
What T-tip?
Yep.
Like I said before, you guys don't know what I'm talking about right now. But when you guys do get in class, or for the people that have passed the class already, that do know what I'm talking about, you will understand.
Yeah. We just hate T-tip,
LL Beans,
fresh corn, Pam.
Yep.
They gonna get that for sure.
But yeah, those study groups are very critical. We can't stress that enough. Like, please find somebody you can talk to at any time and understands what you're going through, so you guys can study and get through that class, because you're gonna need each other.
Absolutely. And as always, we took the same class. We're gonna refer out Ashley Johnson, not discrediting anyone else as teachers, because I think they all have a high passing rating.
Yeah.
But again, we're gonna promote Superior. That's where we went. That's where we passed. And they still help us out with post licensing once we do get into that.
So as y'all can see, we haven't even done our post yet. You guys are actually watching us grow from the bottom all the way to the top. Like, you guys are seeing everything raw, uncut. Like, we're new. We're with you guys. So for those that are thinking about joining real estate, this is for you. You can see what we're going through, what we're talking about, and hopefully it helps you.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, again, you guys are following our journey from day 1, episode 1, to the ones that's watching episode 1 to episode 100.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys and we love you guys, because one, that keeps us going, and we know certain individuals that we're touching, because like you said, we're trying to let you guys know that it's doable, it's achievable,
it is.
and we're here to help you guys.
No, definitely. So guys, when it comes to taking your test or finally getting to test day, you're gonna be nervous. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even eat that morning.
Couldn't eat.
I couldn't sleep the night before. Like I literally was on the couch. I got a little 2-hour recording that Ashley did. It kind of just an overview of the whole book, everything that's gonna be on the test. Really, we have this thing in our adventure guide called the 12 pages in the back of the book. And if you read those 12 pages and get that locked in, you can pass it.
It's a cheat sheet.
Yeah, it's a cheat sheet. You can pass the test. If you read that every day and understand it and get it locked in, you can pass the test without anything else.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was reading that. Man,
Yeah, I couldn't eat.
I couldn't eat. I just read that until it was time to get up and go take the test. Like literally, like I couldn't. I was so nervous, so pumped. It was so many emotions going through me. But
And speaking of that too, on test day, well, even before test day, when you guys get in class, keep the people that you tell about this to a minimum.
Because it's gonna add more
It
anxiety.
adds pressure. Like my first time around, I was telling everybody, I'm in school, I'm in class, and come test day, everyone's texting you,
Yeah.
yo, good luck,
Good
you
luck.
got this,
You got
boom.
this.
And now you like, oh my gosh, I don't want to let everyone down, so it just adds pressure. So yeah, be careful who you tell. If anything, keep it to yourself. But test day, one thing about it that I did different the second time is I didn't overwhelm myself with all that material like I did the first time. I trusted my study habits. I trusted that it was all synced in. I did a little run through of the whole book that night. And that morning, I did no studying. No studying that morning, bro. I just trusted it. I'm like, I put the work in.
Okay.
Did you study that morning?
I did. I studied, bro.
Right before the test.
Bro, I didn't go to sleep. And this not even like a cram session, because I knew this stuff. Like, if the people that I was with, they was asking me questions, and I'm spitting it right back to them. Like I said, those 12 pages in the back of the book, if you read those 12 pages every day,
Yeah,
you can pass the test.
absolutely.
I read those 12 pages every day. It was getting to a point where they was asking me questions from the 12 pages, and I was able to tell them the next line before they can ask it.
Yeah.
So I was on it. I was reading it, on it.
Yeah.
I read that morning. I read it the night before, a couple of times. Because like I said, I could not sleep at all.
Man, those 12 pages is a cheat sheet. And the 12 pages is in the Superior School book. If you guys don't know, that's what he's talking about. It's 12 pages in the back of Superior book.
Yeah.
I can't speak for any other school, but Superior offers you 12 pages. It's literally the cheat sheet to the test.
And it's an outline of everything that's going to be on the test.
Yes.
Everything you need to know is in those 12 pages. And
Yes. Like he said, it's going to be hard to eat. It really is.
It was hard to eat. I couldn't sleep the night before. I was just so anxious. Like Jay was saying, but not telling nobody. I actually didn't tell too many people when I was going. Like, people didn't know that I passed real estate or I was in real estate until I passed my test. Definitely don't overwhelm yourself, man. You want to make it easier for you. You don't want to. The last thing you want to do is go take the test and you thinking about 100 people that know that you're taking the test and about failing.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's.
And
We had one girl that threw up from anxiety doing the test.
Yep.
She threw up. So
We had one person throw up. We had one person fall asleep. Then keep in mind the test is 120 questions. It's you're timed. It's 3 hours, 3.5.
Yeah.
So you may think 3.5 hours is a lot, but you overthink each and every question unless you really know that's the answer.
Yeah, exactly.
Try not to overthink the question. We was taught to read the answers first, then read the question. So you're like, when you're reading the question, it's like, okay, boom, I know it's that one.
Yeah.
And Ashley taught us, don't change your answers.
Don't change your answers.
Don't change them.
Changing your answers will cost you.
Yes.
It will cost you.
Yes.
But before that, let me just kind of get into the order of how the testing works. So you're going to class for real estate, pre-licensing. At the end of that class, you have a test from your school. You have 2 chances to pass that. Once you pass it, you have to get a 75% or better. I'm not even gonna lie. When I started taking the test, I actually giggled because of how easier the national and state test was compared to the Superior test. So I'm just flying through it, boom, knocking the questions out. after I finished national comes the state part. The state is what, 60? 65?
Yeah, I think so.
By the time I got to the state test, I was fatigued.
Me too.
Everything was sounding the same. Everything I was reading was sounding the same. Like the state and national was mushing together in my head. I was getting tired of reading. Mm-hmm. So what ended up happening was I ended up failing the state test. I passed national, but I failed state. So I had to come back and take state over again. Mm-hmm. So that right there is why I'm telling you guys, do not fatigue yourself. Mm-hmm. Try to study something at night and get you some rest. Don't overdo it, because at the end of the day, if you do overdo it, you can find yourself like me, having to come back and take the state test again. So
it happens. It happens. And what he's saying is, this is after you pass the school test. Right. You would have a second test, which is state. Right. And there's two parts again. There's national and there's state. Yeah. Again, like he said, they say it's easier. Don't go in there with that mindset. Go in there with the mindset that this is still a hard test. Mm-hmm. I need to study the same way I did for the prior one. Because I went in there thinking it was going to be light. Yeah. And I did the same thing. I failed state. Went back and passed. Last thing I want to touch on is, how did you feel when you passed Superior?
Boy,
what was the feeling of failing the first time and passing that second time? Tell me about it.
Bro, it almost broke me down, bro.
I did.
I almost started crying, bro.
I
ain't even gonna lie. I put a lot of work in and it paid off, and to see it pay off, it felt great. Like I was on cloud nine. I ain't gonna lie, I celebrated the whole month. I celebrated the whole month.
Me too.
I didn't even find a firm or none of that yet.
We went bowling right after.
We did. We did.
We went bowling right after you passed, man.
Man, that was a good feeling, bro.
If you had to find a word to describe that feeling,
there isn't one.
Couldn't even find one.
I can't even find a word for that, bro.
Man, passing, and especially after failing that first time around, man, dude, like, my voice finna start cracking up now.
Yeah, look. Hey, somebody get some tissues. Let me get some tissue in here.
But that was, like he said, I would have to find more words to describe that feeling, man. Just, I remember I seen that passing score, cause you got that person monitoring, watching you behind you. Yeah. Man, I shut my computer down. I started yelling, started screaming, punching the air like Michael Jordan. But that was, man, I started crying, because don't let no one tell you different. It's a lot of people that go in this class, don't finish the class.
Don't finish, yeah.
It's a lot of people that go in and don't pass the test and don't try again. So to pass that test, man,
I know it felt like, especially after going through the class again and everything.
And then I was the dude in class that was kind of like trying to be that helper.
Yeah, he was that helper in class. I'm not gonna lie. We sitting in class, and every time we going over something, she go over some type of material. Here go Jay. That's on the test. Like every time she said something that was on the test
question,
he shouted that out, test question. And I promise you, if I have my adventure guy with me, I will show you like material beside everything that he said was on the test. I put test beside it, so I knew to go back and study that. So you got to do stuff like that.
Yeah, but see, being that, and for my repeats, if you watching and you got to go back into class, make sure you're that person that's helping others.
Definitely.
And don't get me wrong, once that test day come, it's like I can't fail, man. I'm in class helping everybody out, shouting out test questions. So it's like, dang, now I gotta pass. Yeah. But that fueled me.
Yeah, it's gonna give you motivation.
It fueled me. Yep. But again, passing you guys, don't let no one tell you that's a small win. That is a big win, a huge win. Like you said, I celebrated a month too.
For those that are looking to get into real estate and haven't decided to take the pre-licensing yet, take your time. Mm-hmm. Know what you're doing. Study the material. Mm-hmm. It's hard, yes, but it's just like anything else that you don't know.
Yeah.
Like right now, if I try to go into banking, I wouldn't know anything, or try to be a financial advisor or something like that. I'm pretty sure it would be hard because I don't know anything about that stuff. Mm-hmm. But after you learn, after you read the material, ask questions, speak to people, it gets easier. The thing I always told myself, do the hard work until it becomes easy. Do the hard work until it becomes easy. Repetition and just doing the work will make it easier as you do it. Yeah, it might be hard the first time. Like when I went to go lift, like when I used to lift weights, I go in there, I start with a 30. It is hard, but
Well, feel heavy.
it get easier after the next couple of days of doing it.
Now you're going
It's
up.
getting easier. Now I'm going up.
Mhm.
You know, so do the hard work until it's easy, man.
And you know what? We're gonna end it off on that. Can you say that last quote one more time for the people?
Which one?
Gary Scott quote.
Gary Scott. He says, if it comes hard, your life will be easy. But if it comes easy, your life will be hard. That's it.
That's it.
Over and out. See y'all next time.